Hey, good morning, everybody. It's your girl, Tonya Lady T. Look, y'all, I wanted to talk to y'all this morning. I combed this wig out, y'all, because I wanted it to look more bushy. Of course, I'm up and at it early. I gotta take my granddaughter to a hair appointment. She wants something different done. Will not reveal it. You know how teenagers are. They want their own little stuff. So I'm just putting on minimal makeup this morning. Just a little foundation and some eyeliner. But y'all, I wanted to talk to y'all this morning. As y'all can see the title. That I gotta get your back, spirit. And it don't matter how old you are or how young you are. And then this topic goes back to us as parents talking to our children. I gotta go get my nails done today too, y'all. Gotta fit it in somewhere. Got a lot to do today. You know, for the past 3 days I've been, well, actually since Monday, just been praying. There's something, you know, that happened in our community, and I'm sure it happens in a lot of communities, but just what I'm talking about when I say I gotta get your back, spirit. I can remember, you know, when we were growing up, if you had a little squabble or a little get down with somebody, whether it was in school, whatever, you know, you did what you did, you put up your dukes, somebody was going to get their tail whooped, you know? And just the long and short of it, you know, again, in my community, a young 17-year-old young man was shot and killed on his porch, or really pretty much in his yard. I guess he had a little squabble or a little problem with somebody, and another minor pulled up in a car and called him off his porch, and of course, anyway, was killed and shot and killed. And another young minor did it. So a minor killing a minor. Not that any killing is, you know. And of course, at this particular point in time, we don't know all the zooms and whams of it, why that occurred. Because it just happened. But again, going back to what I was saying, I got to get you back. And like I said, nobody condones any of this, but I can just remember, like I said, when we were growing up, you know, you fought it out. I mean, you fought it. I mean, honey, if you was standing at the bus stop sucking on a lollipop, if Shalonda wanted to get at you, or, you know, because you were messing with her little nappy head boyfriend, or she was talking about your clothes all the time, or she rolled her eyes at you too many times. I mean, you know, you did what you had to do. Like I said, whether you called each other in the hallway, after school, during lunch, wherever, you put up your dukes if you have, or you met each other around a corner, after school hours, whatever the case may be, you put your dukes up and you fought it out. And guess what? You might have went through a couple of days or maybe a week of embarrassment where people say, oh, yeah, you took the L. And people would say, oh, yeah, she whooped your butt or you whooped hers. If somebody wasn't going to win, or either sometimes it was a tie. I mean, she got the best of you and you got the best of her, or he got the best of him and you know, you put up your dukes, you fought it out, and you kept it and you went on. And like I said, you might went through a week of taking the L, and people might have laughed and poked at you, and then after about a week, it was all over with, because guess what? Derek and Ricky and them got into it, or Shalonda and Jennifer got into it. So, you know, at least you live to see another day. Everybody graduated, and heck, some of the times the folks that used to fight or got into the most vicious, duke it out fights became the best of friends, and they went on to have good productive lives, running companies, maybe had their own, establish their own companies. And you went on, but everybody lived. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not saying stuff like that didn't happen back in the day. Of course it did, but it wasn't as rampant these days. And I'm not saying all young people and people in general, but it won't as rampant. I understand, we all know about the golden rule. But see, here's the difference. Somebody say, yeah, we all are human and we all know about the golden rule. Uh-oh. But here's the thing about the golden rule. You need to what? Adhere to it. Uh-oh, y'all. She said adhere. She messed us up now, y'all. She used the word adhere. That's it. That's the word of the day. Adhere. Yeah, you got to adhere to it. And so that's what I was saying about us parents. It's like there's so much in the atmosphere. Even on sometime on YouTube streets. I mean, come on, let's keep it real. I watch and see stuff that be going on and going back and forth. And I be like, people just have that get back spirit. They just want to have that. I got to get her back. And look, I've been guilty of it. Heck, I've clapped back at some people in the comment section. But I mean, it's so random. It's not my way of life. I don't consume it. I'm not consumed by it. And I feel, there's some comments I read, I just keep it moving, because people are going to think and feel however they done left it coming and then went on to somebody else's channel. And for me to try to go back and forth in the back, like I said, every once in a while I will say something, but I keep it moving. But it's like some people, they can't handle if somebody roast and gag you or somebody get you, you just have to take the L. You have to laugh it off and say, oh, she got me on that one. But for some people, that's not good enough. Honey, I've been watching, I have to admit, just go ahead on and confess that. I've been watching a particular sector. And I mean, people, they have gone beyond this entertainment app. YouTube is an entertainment app. It is. Although, yeah, we're real people, it's still an entertainment app. And I'm telling you, there are people out there that really want to touch you in your real life. I mean, they want to find out where you work. They want to find out where you live. They want to find the most embarrassing situation so they can put you on blast and just totally, and I'm like, wow, people are really doing this. People are really, really doing this. And it's that I got to get you back spirit. I just got to get you back. I just can't take the fact that you just got me good. You just, back in the day we call it joning or playing the dozens or whatever. Now I have to agree, those arenas of playing the dozens, baby, if you can't handle the heat, you better not never step in that arena. Let me tell you something. I know even on YouTube, there's a YouTube called the Beef Sector. Let me tell you something. It's interesting to watch. Hey, we all quarantined. We finding stuff to entertain ourselves. But honey, when you unclick off that YouTube app, you got to keep it moving. You can't allow it to affect your real life. Just like if I'm watching a movie, although I know it's a movie and people are acting, baby, once that movie's over, I might discuss it with Rex or my mama or brother or whoever. But I keep it moving. I don't allow it to come into my life and affect me in that way. But it's like some people, they cannot handle it. And again, going back to this situation, I think people have become so desensitized that look, y'all, we are real human beings. And you can't just decide that, okay, I'm just going to kill this person because I didn't like what they said. Or I'm going to try to find out where they live so I can knock on their door. That would just like be me. That would be crazy that even though I might have the resources to do it and pick up the phone, like I said, that's why you never know who you know. Just like folks don't know who I know. I could pick up the phone and call somebody and say, look, I need you to find out X, Y, and Z. But why? Why would I extend my resources in doing something like that? In other words, that would just like me every once in a while when I clap back at a comment, that would be crazy of me to use my resources, which I do have, to find out who left that comment, go into their personal life, walk up to their door, ring their doorbell, and say, what kind, so you left that comment? That would be crazy. It would be crazy. But some people on here are doing just that. They want to see that I actually, or I'm not saying me per se, but they want to actually know, are you truly living where you say you're living? Are you truly working where you, I mean, some people are that invested. And I'm just saying, people, you can't be that consumed. When you cut that entertainment app off, please, no, it's an entertainment app. Now, for me, yeah, I try to come on here and say something that's uplifting, encouraging, because I do. What you see is what you get. I live it. I live it. I have my bosses watch my channel. My coworkers watch my channel. Everybody. I mean, I would be crazy to get on here and do stuff and be about a life when I got so many people that could bust my shoes out. It would just be crazy. But even if I did get on here and wanted to, live a fantasy life on YouTube and cut this entertainment off and live my life, what gives people the right to feel like they got to search me out and go ring my doorbell? I mean, when I was looking, I thought, people are doing this. They really are. So like I said, just like it would be crazy for me to try to seek out every person that leaves a nasty or vile comment, find out their IP address, find out all that stuff. You'd be surprised the stuff that people do that can back into a comment. They can look at a comment, they have the resources to tap into a person's IP address, email address, all this other. It is, listen, like I said, the internet can be a blessing or a curse, but it leaves your footprint everywhere. So if a person who have the resources that want to backtrack where that comment came from, they can. It's just mind-blowing. But like I said, it would be crazy for me want to have that get back spirit. Oh, I'm going to show up at her door to let her know that she ain't going to be able to leave that type of comment on my comment section no more. It's crazy. I don't know. My brain, that's kind of stuff just crazy to me. It just is. But anyway, like I said, I just want to lift that up in prayer, that we talk to our children more, that we really sit our young brothers and sisters down. Even if they're not your children and you have guardianship over them, you have to sit them down and say, look, I understand your brain is not developed all the way, but you got to control your anger. You got to control your anger, because if you don't, your anger is going to cause you to sin. And just like with this young man in our community that was shot and killed, my God, it all stems back to that they're desensitized that we are human beings. And it should not go that far. And I understand people have that I got to get you back spirit. Okay, it's not good enough that we just go back and forth a little bit in the comments. Okay, she made a good point. He made a good point. Okay, leave it at that. No, you got to go a step further like this young man did. He had to go a step further and got somebody to drive him over to where this person lives. Everybody, of course, should have a sense of peace where you sleep and lay your head, where your children are, where your spouse or whoever are, or just you, period. Everybody should have that sense of peace and protective in their own home. But when somebody comes where your supposedly peace is and draws you out and ends your life, it's got to be, we got to be more loving of one another. And that's what it is. That's what it actually goes back to. We got to love one another more. I got to love your life enough that any differences I have to lay them aside. You have to just walk away. Just walk away. And that's what we have to teach our children. I know it's easier said than done, just like I said, the golden rule, but it's about adhering. We need to teach our children and just teach ourselves and people in general, we got to learn how to adhere to some things. We really do. And so to remove that desensitivity from our young brothers and sisters and saying, look, I'm not saying every once in a while you might have to duke it out with somebody. But to end somebody's life, to totally encroach on a person's where they live and lay down, where their children are. Think about and we're not liking unto animals, but you think about you think about a bear. When any type of danger comes around, or any type of animal, period, and even us as humans, heck, we ain't got to even you. But you think about that bear, what that bear will do to anything that come near her cubs. I'm talking about in a 100 to 200 foot radius. Are you kidding me? So even in here, even on this entertainment app, we get on here, him, haw, laugh, and kiki, and all that kind of stuff. And then we just need to keep it moving. We can cut this app on and we can cut it off. But some people want to come into your real life. I'm talking about to your real personal space life. And they want to do what that young guy did to the other young guy in my community. So again, I'm just praying that I got to get you back, Spirit. We got to pray that thing off of us. And we also have to be able to teach our children the difference between, yeah, you're going to have disagreements. You got to let them know, yeah, you're going to have disagreements. And your friends are going to probably disappoint you and let you down. But it should not come to the fact that you want to end their life or you want to totally destroy their personal, just to get back at them. It can't be that deep. It can't be that serious. It cannot. So you have to just pray and ask God to give you peace about somebody. And if that means walking away, and if it got to look like to everybody and everyone that you took the L, let it be. Because then you invite, if you keep holding on to that stuff, you're going to invite so much drama. Oh my God. When you have that, I got to get you back, Spirit, and every word she said, I got to say it back, and rah, 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 rah. Let me tell you something. You invite so much drama. You invite the devil and 7 more of his different cousins that really don't have a filter, that really can come up. And I mean, yeah. And you look at it like this, just like that time when Peter and them tried to go in there and rebuke them demons, and them demons beat them black and blue, and they ran out of the town butt naked, stripped them down butt naked. And Jesus told them, see, some things come by way of fasting and praying. You might have did the praying part, but you didn't fast. So again, it's about knowing what you can stand. Like I was just giving an example about the beef sexture. And back in the day, they used to call it playing the dozens and roasting and gagging on people. You know what I mean? If you can't deal with it and sit in the seat, because see, once you enter into an arena where they do that kind of stuff, oh honey, you might throw a little pebble at them, honey. But guess what? You better be ready. They're going to drop a boulder on your head. And that's just the way they flow in those different arenas. I can remember, too, back in the day when me and my brother were growing up. Oh, honey, look, we would be passing legs. Oh, I would do this right here to Tony. I would barely put my little finger on his shoulder. And he'd take his fist and rear back and he'd light me up. And my mama would get on him. But what I'm saying is, I was participating. To him, it didn't matter that I did this right here. Oh, honey, he revved that and let me have it to where that he would hit me so hard, what they call it, Charlie horse. My arm would get to jumping, that muscle would get to jumping. But again, when you enter in certain arenas, oh, honey, you better be ready to deal with it. But again, going back to what I'm saying, and that's all about that get back spirit. But again, to protect your peace, wisdom says, you know what? Don't say a word. Let me tell you, Jesus is the best example. When they were coming after him and he was getting ready to face the crucifixion, and they were coming, And they were, well, who are you? And he was saying, well, who do you say that? And after a while, after all these questions was coming at him, he went before Pilate. And the word said, Jesus said not a word. At some point in a battle, even though you're doing things for the greater good, let me tell you something. And if the greater good means that you're gonna have peace in your home, peace in your life, peace in your mind, peace in your heart. If it looks like, because see, it looked like Jesus took the L, didn't it? But thank God he rose up with, oh my God, thank you, all power in your hand. So sometimes, instead of having that get back spirit, or I gotta get you back spirit, sometimes don't say a word and keep it moving. Go through whatever you gotta go through. And like I said, I know it's easier said than done, so you gotta have that adhering spirit. Instead of having that, I gotta get you back spirit, have that adhering spirit. And because I know God will cause all things to work together for my good, not only will he cause all things to work together for my good, we got a God that's what? Able. I hear your sister Lolo in the back. We got a God who is able. so that we don't be consumed. Because life sometimes will consume us. Just like with stuff going on right now. Look, I'm not desensitized to it. Oh yeah, there's a whole lot going on. But I thanks be unto God that he can handle that. I pray about it. I humble myself so that God can hear from the land. But I still got a life to live. I can't be sitting around thinking about gloom and doom all day. That'll mess with my psyche. And that's, again, protecting my focus. But I'm so glad I got a God that can handle all that. All that stuff going on right now, legislatively. Folks, things not getting done. Reports sitting on folks' desks for months and months at a time. Oh, my God. When it's time for me to apply my rights, I go to the voting booth. That's how I do my part. And again, I continue to pray without ceasing. All this unemployment and all this other kind of stuff going on. I can't, Tonya can't fund 30 million some people that are on unemployment. But guess what? I got a God who can what? Supply all the needs. So that's where I pray and put it at his feet so he can handle it. And that's what I'm doing with this situation. Lord, help us to have an adhering spirit. And not a, I got to get you back spirit. Because it invites too much stuff in our life. Stuff that we can't handle. Stuff that you said, I'm not going to put more on you than you can handle. But you keep reaching out there and grabbing stuff that you don't have. You don't have the tenacity. You don't have the skill set to handle, Tonya. Or whoever it is. You don't have the skill set to handle that. You don't have the skill set to be in that arena to deal with that, what they talking about. So don't entertain it. And same way with our younger people. There are going to be some things that you all are going to deal with in your life that you're not going to be able to handle. So it's not good to get into those arenas. Sometimes you got to walk away and adhere to the golden rule. Amen. So anyway, that was just on my heart, y'all. That was on my heart. We all have to pray daily. Especially when you know something is coming upon you. That prayer to God immediately, you just have to say, oh, I don't like what she said to me. I want to get her back. I want to get him back. You can feel I got to get him back spirit come up on you. Call that thought into subjection and into what? The obedience of Christ. And we have to teach our children how to do that kind of stuff so they don't become a statistic. Amen. Anyway, love y'all so much. Gotta go. Again, hopefully nothing comes up next weekend. We'll get back into the word. But again, life happens. Anyway, I love y'all so much. Have an awesome Saturday. God bless. And may the peace of the Lord be with you. Bye, y'all.